Hello, my name is Gavin Bosch, and this is a video on the similarities between Freud's development and Erikson's psychosocial stages. As we can clearly see, Freud's psychosexual stages, or psychoanalytic theory, consists of 5 stages, 4 seen here, and all 5 on the next slide. Take a second to read these stages and notice oral passive versus oral aggressive, and so on and so forth, and how this is claimed to occur. Okay, so now that we've analyzed the 5 stages of Mr. Freud's psychosexual stages, we can go on to now look at Erik Erikson's psychosocial stages of development. And what we want to look for are similarities in the earlier stages. What we actually want to observe are the similarities between the ages of the stages that occur. So if you look at Erikson's stages, and you can see here I'll pull them up side by side. If you look at Erikson's stages, you will notice that there are similarities between the ages as well as what's occurring in each stage. So we can clearly see or notice that Freud's oral and anal stage are incredibly similar to Erikson's trust versus mistrust and autonomy versus shame and doubt stage. And they also share very similar ages. So I want you to take a second and read each stage and notice the similarities for yourself before I explain them. Alright, so in summary, these beginning stages are essentially almost saying the same thing. Basically, in Freud's case, you need to not overfeed or underfeed the child because the child will either become oral passive or oral aggressive, which is actually very similar to Erikson's stage, trust versus mistrust, because the child is actually learning whether or not he can trust his caregiver. All right, so clearly there are similarities between these two theories. It's safe to say that Erik Erikson probably based his theory off of Freud's psychosexual stages. But the reason why these theories are so important to educational psychology is that if you're a teacher or you're a parent or you're a caregiver or you're someone taking care of a kid, you might want to know these stages in order to address your child's age and maybe what stage he's going through so that you can basically teach them how to get to what Erik Erikson's final stage, which is self actualization or being able to um, understand himself very well. All right, so according to Erikson and Freud, we could potentially say that you're going to want to know these stages. You're going to want to understand these stages because you're going to want to be able to address which stage your child is in. Because if your child can't get to all these stages or he can't get through these stages, then he basically may have trouble with self-actualization, meaning he might have trouble with understanding the world around him, or he might have more trouble understanding himself, in a sense.